What is going on YouTube? Hit back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to US dollar. We're also going to be looking at Dudex as well as the current coin market cap. Specifically in today's episode, I want to focus on the fact that I'm actually starting to become slightly more unsettled than I have been in quite a while. For the past, I'd say 3 months, I've been fairly bearish on most of cryptocurrency, but I'm starting to see a difference in price and a difference in movement, and it's actually making me think that there's possibilities of other movements happening in the market. So it's definitely an interesting conversation. It's definitely something I do want to discuss with you guys. You can clearly see that like Litecoin, this was another prime example of what it is I'm referring to, a coin that I was not anticipating to be breaking out in any sort of way from 44 to 47. I know it's not really that much of a jump, but it's just so slightly up. You can see percentage wise this is a total of only about 7.5%, but it broke out. It's definitely something I wasn't anticipating to happen in markets like this, but I did say due to potentially seeing a bullish cross on MACDs that we might start to see a correction in prices. We're starting to see that now, and that's why I'm potentially flipping bullish, and I will discuss more with you in a minute. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. This does help out the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. Alright guys, so before we jump into the video, really quickly, once again, we are doing the Crypto TV Dudex $200 Bitcoin giveaway. Completely free to enter. You got to be in it to win it. We have 3 weeks left in the giveaway, so definitely make sure to join it. Link is in the description down below. There are a few ways to enter. Definitely make sure to click all of them, because the more entries you have, the better chance of you winning $200 of free cryptocurrency. So definitely make sure to check that out. Otherwise, moving back into the charts right now, you can see yesterday we discussed that they are still breaking out, XRP, Ripple, and Bitcoin, and I wanted to continue discussing what are the odds that we are entering more of a bull market than a bear market. I found it quite interesting. I do want to discuss with you guys in a minute. You can see top 10 cryptos. Some cryptos like Litecoin are breaking out, and Cardano is breaking out. We have some other ones that are pretty much just falling stagnant, but for the most part, Cardano, Litecoin, Binance Coin, coins that we did discuss on our charts for altcoins to pay attention to, we're most likely going to head up, and they are. Even, let's see where Zcash is. Zcash, not too bad, only 2%, but it's very interesting to see the way these markets are moving. I mean, when you look at Dudex, when you look at Dudex's chart, when you look at this, and this is, for those that don't know, Dudex is what we use to trade around with. This is the account that we use to buy long. It's what we use to sell short. It's the account that we use to make the most money on. For those of you that are interested in learning what exactly I trade and when I trade and how I sell long, buy short, buy long, sell short, switched it up, as well as leverage trade and things like that. Everything is linked in my Patreon down below. So click my Patreon, sign up, and you can see all my trades specifically. Very interesting. It is fairly useful and quite useful in regards to learning where exactly this market is heading to. It does save us some time to talk about the bare bones facts on the channel. And also, as you guys know, it's very hard to pump videos, especially with me working now, instantly. So it does take some time, and that can, mean that you're going to lose out on some market movements, because it does take me a little bit of a while to upload videos. But moving on from that. So when I look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin Dudex's chart, I'm looking at this, and hopefully you guys see with me, it looks like we're going to break bearish. It doesn't add to the fact that the past weeks now, and I mean weeks on weeks on weeks, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could even say 9, 10, 11, 12 if we really wanted to. We've had 2 to 3 months now of literally flatline price movement. Nobody was expecting this. I bet no other YouTube could have called that we're just going to not do anything and trade sideways and not see any movement, not see any volume, and just flatline out. I bet nobody was calling that, and I would be extremely shocked if they were able to, because I believe this is extremely difficult to call in regards to breaking bullish or breaking bearish. I thought it would have been a more instant thing like we saw in the past here, as well as here, but it wasn't. So we've just been flatline at this top support. Honestly, I'm starting to think now that the longer we hang out here, if indeed we don't, break bearish soon enough, we could break through this top resistance and actually start to move up into higher prices. It's very interesting. I know the way Bitcoin chart looks on Dudex right now, it looks like it's going to correct lower. But when you throw in the fact that we've been hanging out here for a while, there's opportunity for it to break bullish, and we have to consider that. We have to weigh it out. Then looking at the other cryptos, when we look at XRP in regards to long term, when you see us breaking below this resistance, we have this resistance here, this downtrend. When we looked at Cardano and we looked at Zcash, we knew that when coins like this hit a bottom support, which it might have happened right now within XRP, it usually means that we hit a bottom and we start to correct upwards. So as we are hitting bottoms now, as we are hitting this bottom support now, very similar to what we did back in 2017, there's a good chance we could start to rally up higher, back to the moving averages on the weekly. We saw it happen with Cardano. We saw it happen with Zcash. It very well could do the same exact thing with XRP. We very well could see this coin start to move up and retest 30 cents, even up to 60 cents, 30 to 60, as these have slowly closing in on each other. We're slowly going to move up there, but I wouldn't be surprised now that we've officially broken out of this, this downtrend, this support, this downtrend. It was only a matter of time. I thought maybe we would break below here and retest the bottom support at 14 cents as we've done in the past. We didn't do. We actually used this bottom support right here at 17 or almost 18 cents as the support, and we're starting to climb back up, probably closer to 30 cents. I wouldn't be surprised now if we're fully bullish to be breaking the 30-cent barrier fairly soon, as we have catapulted in price, very similar to Zcash and to Cardano. So I am fairly bullish now on some of these cryptos. I know it's surprising to say. I wasn't expecting to say it because I did have, my doubts, but it seems like for the most part the coins don't look too bad. We're starting to correct upwards. Ethereum looks great too. Ethereum is starting to pop. My only worry with Ethereum on the weekly is it is indeed hitting resistance. It is climbed up on its weekly to retest this top resistance. Although it can break bullish and continue to head up in this weekly overbought region, it's kind of unlikely because as you've seen in the past, when we've retested here, becoming overbought, we corrected downwards. Here, when we retested overbought, we corrected downwards. We're kind of hitting that same area right now, and it's more or less not that likely to continue to head up. Same thing goes where even more overbought than on the weekly, on the daily, and these usually tend to pull bearish. Same exact thing happened right here. You could see us retesting this top resistance. We broke bearish. It almost looks like that's what wants to happen right now with the price. So honestly, I'd be fairly worried that we're probably going to just correct down and wick this down. We do have a day and 13 hours left, so a little less than 2 days left for us to really decide which direction we want to go to. So I would be fairly, conservative with that price movement. Sorry, I got a text, but you can see even on Bitcoin too. Bitcoin is also showing the same thing. We have 2 days left, less than 2 days for us to really decide which direction we're going to go. If the cross happens, if we manage to see the bullish cross right here, crossover, the green crosses over the red, I'm switching bullish, and there's probably going to be some fairly big movements to the upside. It's just hard to gauge it as we are in a position where it looks more or less like we need to correct lower rather than shoot up higher. It's very possible. I mean, we could easily switch it up. It's very possible this could be a point that we have to pay attention to. If we started it like this and we went A, B, C, D, E, well, that's the end of it. And usually this could be breaking bullish, so it's very interesting to see how exactly this ends, but this is definitely a hot spot for the coin, and we're definitely have to pay some very close attention to deciding which direction we're going to do. It's really not us missing out on much if the coin starts to break out. It's merely just us waiting to see in 1 day and 12 hours if we're closing above this resistance or breaking below it and going to finally correct down to the downside, correct down to 7670, or if not 5800. We have to really decide, because as this buying power starts to build up, volume is going to build pressure, and we're now just waiting, because like we have been for the past 3 freaking months of just sideways movement, no price volatility, and figuring out exactly what's going to happen. But it is going to happen very soon, so you guys have to be very alert, pay very close attention. Same thing goes with Litecoin, as Litecoin is probably, we're not too bad, honestly, but there's a good chance this could correct lower too. S&P 500 looks great. We are not yet at all-time highs. We got very close, but crazy stuff happening. You can see we could be moving for a bullish cross very soon, so that looks great as well. But otherwise, that's going to wrap up today's video. Make sure to sign up for the Crypto TV Dudex $200 Bitcoin giveaway. Link is in the description down below. And make sure to follow me on YouTube, subscribe, turn on post notifications, follow me on Twitter, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.